buddy. We just came into the state of Indiana. The sign up here says notice the truckers. How to use State Route 1 to I-74. Sharp curves, school buses, blah, blah, blah. Not really sure, other than the fact that they want the truck drivers to go over here to the way station to get over like Indianapolis from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, northern Kentucky, you know, that area. So we're going to take you up. We're going to take you up Route 1. Get off here, Greendale, Lawrenceburg, Aurora, exit. And you can just see for yourself. Why they would even post that sign. It's not a law that you can't travel Route 1. So we're going to go up it. I mean, I'm completely legal. You know, I'm not overweight. My logbook's perfectly fine. Truck and trailer's fine. I just like the scenery. So we're going to take you up Route 1. That way you can get a view for yourself. Why Indiana does not want truck drivers going up Route 1, State Route 1. I've traveled it for years. And yeah, there are drivers that their logbooks might not be so peachy or something's wrong with their truck. And they do use this route to get around the way station. But not all truck drivers are, you know, I have breaking the law. Have I used Route 1 to get around the way station? Of course. I'm the type of guy, why would you drive right into the way station when you know there's a problem? I mean, yeah, if it's extreme safety related, some of y'all get hurt, okay, get it fixed, then get on the road. Perfect North Slopes, there's a sign right there, is also out off Route 1, which it's a ski resort too, but I've never been to it. Probably would be fun, but I just like the scenery. It's going to be a little bit harder for you to see because it's just breaking daylight. Hopefully this video, I don't think it's going to make you understand why they don't want trucks out Route 1, other than, you know, the people that live along Route 1 don't want the truck drivers using it. Which some of these truck drivers are jerks, using the engine brake, Jake brakes, whatever you want to call it. It makes it helps the truck driver slow down without using their brakes, and it does help significantly. But yeah, some of these drivers are a little, I don't know what you want to call it, Jake brake happy is what I'm going to call it. In other words, they'll use the jig brake every single time they gotta slow down, or there's a curve, or an animal jumps out, or they're just going too fast. Whatever the case might be. But the speed limit is pretty much 45 all the way across here. Except up in the town, up on the hill here. I think it drops down to like 35 or 40. I'm not really sure. We'll find out. But I'm the type of guy, I like to travel 2-lane roads. After I think a few years of driving on the road, you tend to learn, back roads, ways to get around, accidents, way stations, of course. But they've even got portable scales up here. They're not portable scales, they're in the road. Weigh in motion scales up here on top of the hill. They used to have cameras on them. The last time I come down through here, I didn't see the cameras. Now, are they still there and I just ain't seen them? That's possible. But yeah, there are school buses on this road. But what road doesn't have school buses? Every road across the United States has school buses. And if you are pushing the speed limit, 9 times out of 10, they're out here. They're watching it just to see why you're going across here. But they'll actually close this road from time to time to do road work. Which is, in some cases I've seen, was unnecessary road closures, just to keep trucks off there during that work period of repairing, the hill or bridge or whatever the case might be. I mean, I'm all for, keeping the construction workers safe. That's why I think, during construction, if you look off to your left, there's perfect more slow. There's actually still snow on the hills. But, I mean, I'm all for keeping the construction workers safe. I mean, put speed cameras up. Put a cop in that construction zone from time to time to keep these workers safe. That way they go home every night. Because I want to go home every night. I don't want my family getting that call. Your husband didn't make it, or your wife didn't make it, whatever it might be. But in my honest opinion, there's one steep hill on this road. Honestly, it's, to an experienced driver, somewhat of a driver that has some experience, it's nothing, literally. I mean, yeah, there are trucks that go up at 25, 30, 35 mile an hour because they're heavier. And you can't really get a run at it. But other than, a truck breaking down, a car breaking down, I don't know what the difference would be other than the truck's bigger, going to take up more of the road, being broke down. That's the only reason I would see why a truck driver shouldn't be on this road. post that sign. Yeah, I'm running 46, 47, 48 mile an hour. You know, I don't get stupid. Of course, yeah, I'm paid by the hour, but I am in a tractor trailer, a semi, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just more of I like the scenery rather than trying to get around the way station. I've never gotten pulled over on this road. I mean, maybe because I don't, you know, travel this road 55, 60 mile an hour or whatever. But not all truck drivers act the same, you know. We're all different in our own ways. If I was paid by the mile, paid by the load, would I push the limits across here? Yeah, I would. But that's the difference between, you know, different types of truck drivers. But if you're all new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, and we're going to take you across here. We're not quite halfway across, but it's not a very long stretch of a road from Lawrenceburg, Indiana to St. Leon, Indiana, which is you're coming off 275 in Indiana. You take Route 1 over to I-74, which will take you to Indianapolis. I mean, these curves are nothing really. I mean, if you're acting stupid across here and, you know, top heavy, yeah, there's a possibility you can flip it. But that's on the driver, you know. You gotta slow down for the road conditions, the type of load you're carrying. I mean, you've noticed a handful of trucks coming at you. But at the same time, you know, it's a state route road. There's no reason that they should keep trucks off this road. They don't really enforce it. I mean, they don't enforce it at all to keep you off here until they close it for road construction. And the cell phone service is really horrible through the trees here. You know, between Perfect North Slopes and the hill up here, the cell phone service is not great. That's why I'm having to record this instead of, you know, going live on it. But I've traveled it for years, ever since I started driving, really, back in 2000. And nothing's ever really changed on it, other than, you know, some of the busier roads that people turn on, they put, you know, bypass, you're able to bypass them on the right to get around them. There's only a couple spots down through here that they did that, but here's the start of the hill. I mean, you can get a run for it, but not much. 80,000, I'm probably about 55, 60,000 pounds. I probably would lose, 10 mile an hour coming up that hill. But it's 7:30 in the morning right now. So the school buses are, some of them might still be out, but they should be getting to school. I personally think as long as you ain't running over 55 mile an hour across here, you'll be just fine. I'm running 48 mile an hour. Maybe an unexperienced driver, might have a little trouble, but I don't know why. But there is that possibility. The curves are, I think, they're about 55 mile an hour curves, really. They're not enough of that. I've taken all kinds of loads across here. I've hauled fuel across here, flatbed stuff, tanker, dry van, refrigerated. Speed limit's 40 coming in this little town. But these weigh in motion plates are right here. They used to have a camera right there, but I don't see it. It's 40 mile an hour right through here. And then it picks back up to 45 on the other side of town. But sometimes there's cops sitting right there in that parking lot. And these are two busy little side roads right here. There's a church up here on the left where a cop's sitting. And I don't have nothing against you cops. Y'all got a job to do just like we do. But the way I see it, if you ain't breaking the law, you're being safe. I don't see no reason to get pulled over just because you drove across this road. Again, I have not been pulled over coming across this road. But they do sit out here from time to time. We're almost all the way across it. And the speed limit picks back up to 45 as soon as you come out of town. There is quite a bit of houses across here, but you might call me a jerk, but you chose to live near the road. You bought that place, you inherited that place, whatever. If you don't like the road noise, then I suggest you build back away from the road. Especially a state route road. Call me a jerk, I don't care. That's just my personal opinion about it. Never had no trouble. But it just amazes me how they spend money on that huge sign to put up there to alert truck drivers to stay off this road. about the truck noise, the amount of traffic. But that's just part of life, in my opinion. And it does drop back down to 40 mile an hour. We're within a half mile from the interstate. I don't know. I don't see anything on this road that would make a truck driver not come down this road, or anyone for that matter. But drop a comment, let me know what you think about this little, I call it a little bypass. It does get you around the way station, but that's not why I do it. I just do it for the scenery. But drop me a comment, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. We'll see you on the next one. We're back on the interstate.